Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of The Man That Corrupted Hadleyburg and Other Stories by Mark Twain, narrated by Norman Dietz. This recording is copyrighted 1994 by Recorded Books. Mark Twain, during his long career, made a fortune and lost a fortune. His writings brought in excellent royalties, and his publishing house, Charles L. Webster and Company, of which he was a partner, had one of the biggest bestsellers of all time with the personal memoirs of Ulysses S. Grant. But a bad investment and the bankruptcy of Webster's firm left Twain with heavy debts. He was forced to embark upon exhausting lecture tours at home and abroad to produce a steady income. By the 1890s, a cynical philosophy had started to become apparent in his fiction. The death of his wife and daughter contributed to his growing misanthropy, and in his later works, such as The Man That Corrupted Hadleyburg, he often turned a wise but satiric eye on human frailty and social responsibility. And now, the first story in this collection, The Man That Corrupted Hadleyburg, first published in 1899.
1. It was many years ago. Hadleyburg was the most honest and upright town in all the region round about. It had kept that reputation unsmirched during 3 generations, and was prouder of it than of any other of its possessions. It was so proud of it, and so anxious to ensure its perpetuation, that it began to teach the principles of honest dealing to its babies in the cradle, and made the like teachings the staple of their culture thenceforward through all the years devoted to their education. Also, throughout the formative years, temptations were kept out of the way of the young people, so that their honesty could have every chance to harden and solidify and become a part of their very bone. The neighboring towns were jealous of this honorable supremacy, and affected to sneer at Hadleyburg's pride in it, and call it vanity. But all the same, they were obliged to acknowledge that Hadleyburg was, in reality, an incorruptible town. And if pressed, they would also acknowledge that the mere fact that a young man hailed from Hadleyburg was all the recommendation he needed when he went forth from his natal town to seek for responsible employment. But at last...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?